Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second annual Essence Hollywood House. We're virtual this time, as I'm sure you guys have all caught on to by now. We're so glad to have everyone here with us. I'm Rachel Davis, Senior Editor for Experiential here at Essence, and I'm so glad you guys are still tuned in because this next conversation is definitely one you would have been mad you missed. So tonight we'll be talking about why it's so important to have Black writers, costume designers, directors, hairstylists, and more behind the scenes in Hollywood. Joining me to get the conversation started tonight is a singer, songwriter, and actress who landed her first role at just 12 years old. She's appeared in films including 35 and Ticking and Into the Dark, and she currently stars on Amazon's The Wild, which is in production for season 2. But you might recognize her from a little show called Snowfall, which is going absolutely crazy, and she stars as Melody on that breakout FX hit crime drama. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Rain Edwards. Hey, Rain.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. This is a super important topic, and we're really excited to kind of get your perspective on this as an actress because I think, we know that it's really important for sure for those who are in those positions and kind of taking up space in those spots to really have that agency and make sure that they advocate and make sure that we know as audiences and Hollywood knows just how important it is to have Black creatives behind the scenes. But I did really want to get the perspective from you as well as an actress. So I think we're ready to jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
So first things first, I want to check in with you. How has your 2021 been so far? We all know 2020 was crazy, and I think we've all been looking forward to the fresh start that is 2021. And I mentioned Snowfall, I mentioned The Wilds, which are both killing it. So it seems like you're having an amazing year. But how have you been? How is everything going?
Yeah, I am super blessed. I'm actually currently in Australia shooting season 2 of The Wilds. And I mean, I can't complain. I'm in Australia, the weather's great. And it's nice, as you can tell, it's nice and sunny outside.
Hmm.
So I've been very blessed. I'm very fortunate to be able to work during this difficult time. So it's been going good so far.
Yeah, and I know you guys are coming out of a time, with 2020, where everybody kind of had to do a modified version of work last year, right? So getting kind of back into the swing of things as well. So congratulations on everything, and congratulations
Thank
on having
you.
a great 2021 so far.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, jumping into our topic a little bit, you've had the opportunity to work in a few different capacities in Hollywood. We've seen you on daytime television on The Bold and the Beautiful, and as we mentioned, The Wilds, also 35 and Ticking, which behind the scenes you had like Hollywood, like huge names like Mike Epps, Kim Whitley, even Russ Parr from radio. And now Snowfall, where we know the late John Singleton is a producer on that series. So you've had a couple different experiences. I want to talk to you a little bit about how important it's been for you as an actress to have Black creatives like that behind the scenes and some of the difference that it's made for you.
Definitely. I'd say that the importance is there is just this understanding that happens.
Hmm.
That there are some things that when a Black creative is there that just naturally go into the work,
Right.
which is really, really beneficial for, a Black actress or any Black person in the industry. And it helps us move the conversation forward
Hmm.
where we can continue to show who we are as a people uh, when we have all these Black creatives that get to show the true side of ourselves rather than the stereotypical side that's been passed down from generation to generation in the TV and film industry.
Yeah. And so if we're speaking specifics, up next we'll be hearing a little bit from some of the ladies who actually work behind the scenes in Hollywood and what their experiences are and, why they know that it's so important. We don't have to ask them if we think that if they think it's
Right.
important. They know it's important. But are there any specifics that you can remember where you've had a moment on set where you're like, I'm so glad that there was this like hairstylist or this costume designer or anything like that?
For sure. Right now, I'm working. Working. They have a hairstylist that's brought here to do my hair that knows how to do textured hair, and she's amazing. Like
Yeah.
she got food. She making my products out of food, like everything like that, and just to have that understanding where I don't have to be on set, because it's happened before where you go on set and no one knows how to do your hair. You go on
Yeah.
set, you can't
Yeah.
quite match your makeup, and to be in a time where I can have someone that knows what to do, and when to do it and how to do it.
Hmm.
It helps me not have to worry about something that's not necessarily my job. I can just go in and come do my work and go home.
Hmm. Now, are there, you mentioned hair, which, I think for Black women, whether we on set, in the bathroom, at school, at the
Yeah.
mall, like, we have our hair together, whether we're touching it, and no matter who's touching it. And so you mentioned hair. Are there kind of three things? Are there any specific things that you look for when you go on set, or that you want to have? As a Black actress and a Black creative in Hollywood, and anything that it immediately jumps out to you, like I'm glad there's this or I'm glad there's that.
Oh, well, definitely glad to have someone that knows how to do my hair,
Hmm.
and makeup. That's a big thing. I think that there's been conversations about it here and there, but I think it still needs to be put forward more about the lack of knowledge when it comes to Black hair and Black makeup on set. So whenever I get that, when someone knows what they're doing, that's definitely a plus. I think also the understanding that if you know I am this Black woman coming on set, there are some
Hmm.
things that a person may not have thought about that I've experienced, and that
Hmm.
character storyline, the way it may be written might not be natural as a Black woman to play.
Hmm.
So when someone has that understanding and, asks me about it, brings that up and is like, is this okay? Or if I go up to them and then they will have a conversation, I think open conversation is really, really key.
Yeah.
Um, and just having a collaborative effort and just being fun. Like, I think
Yeah.
sometimes it gets too like real heavy sometimes on set,
Hmm.
and sometimes that's necessary for like heavy emotional days. But I think just people that are really passionate and excited to do the work is definitely a plus.
Now I see on social media your IG page is super cute. Like you give us so many different. I mean, you're giving us hair, you're giving us makeup, you're giving us clothes. Everything is lovely and cute. You switch it up a lot, which is dope. And then we get to see you as your character. So it's super fun. Do you think, I know that we as fans and audiences kind of tuning in for these film and TV shows, we get conversations going a lot, right? About like, exactly what we're talking about here, the importance of Black creatives behind the scenes in Hollywood. Do you think that plays a role in, or that is playing a role in the increase that we are seeing and kind of seeing more and more Black creatives get opportunities behind the scenes in Hollywood? Like, do you think that conversation is helpful in moving things forward in that area?
In terms of,
Yeah, in terms of, so do you think the conversations that we have on social are
mhm,
helpful in like more Black creatives showing up behind the scenes in Hollywood for these projects?
oh yeah, I think that there's like this delicate balance with social media,
Mhm. Yes.
because people can be real quick to get you for something,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But I think for me, personally speaking, on my social media, it's just about showing love and positivity
Yeah.
and seeing the beauty in my Blackness,
Mhm.
telling, Black stories. I'm really just blessed that I get to do that and get to show people that side on social media as well.
Yeah. And what's your relationship that you've been happy to have and establish with your fans with being on these shows that are just like huge shows? They're doing well. Everybody's loving them. We're talking about them, and you're showing up again as an actress and also, of course, as a Black actress, just really, holding your own and killing it in your role. So how has that been kind of developing that relationship with the fans as they have this appreciation for you in the space?
Honestly, it is hilarious. People are
Yeah.
funny. Like fans are hilarious. Like honestly, I think one of my favorite things about fans is the memes they create,
Yeah.
because especially because I'm a person that has like so many facial expressions, and you
Hmm.
see that in every single one of my characters and just me in general. And so people are so quick to make memes and stuff and then just be shocked about the different journeys my character goes on, and it just makes me feel good because that means they're immersed in the story and they are paying attention to the story that was told. So it's been really cool to be able to connect with people in that way.
Yeah, and I mean, I think of feeling that appreciation is always a reflection of the amazing job that you're doing on screen, right? Like, we
Thank you
love
so
to see
much.
you. We love, what you're doing. We love what you're working on. So definitely keep that up and keep that relationship going with your fans. And I know there's a lot of people that are rooting for you and just rooting to even see, more faces like yours and more people who hold space the way that you do and show up, authentically on screen.
Thank you so much.
For sure. Now, I don't want to get out of here without asking you, what do you have coming up? What should people look out for? And yeah, what's it's something that you want people to kind of keep a lookout for?
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, I'm shooting season 2 of The Wilds right now. Y'all keep watching Snowfall. And I also have a movie that just finished post production called Love You Anyway. They're still working on getting that out, but I'm really excited for that story. It's about a girl named Mackenzie, which is my character.
Mhm.
And you see her life through time up until
Hmm.
when, well, I don't want to give away the ending,
Yeah.
but you see her life, and she's battling depression, and
Mm.
you see her life story about how she's going through that and how it affects her friends and family. And I'm just really excited to have that story. My character in the wilds has a form of a mental illness, and it's awesome to kind of bring that to the forefront with this
Mhm.
character, and then also with the movie Love You Anyway and this character, and just bringing that conversation up in the Black community again.
Oh, that sounds like something we definitely want to keep tabs on and make
Yeah.
sure we know when that is coming. So we'll definitely be keeping up with that. And I saw you sing as well, right? You do a
I
little.
do. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. So how are you? I mean, I know I would imagine your acting is at the forefront right now, but
Mhm.
I seen that YouTube page, girl. It was you.
Hey, thank
You,
you so
you sing for
much.
real. You sing for real. You have a beautiful voice. So how do you balance, that and how is it going? Kind of juggling, being a multi hyphenate Black creative at that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a juggling act, And
Mhm.
the thing is, I have like songs recorded and things like that. I'm still working on that, but my biggest thing is I don't want to let out something and not be able to be consistent.
Yeah.
So when I do let out something, I want it to be a whole project that people can listen to for a minute. But I'll be jumping around country to country, which I'm really grateful for.
Mhm.
But it's definitely something that I foresee myself doing and letting out music. But right now, I'm just I try and sing on Instagram and stuff so people
Mhm.
remember that I can do it. Um,
Mhm. Right. You
and
gotta keep
just
it fresh.
yeah, gotta keep it fresh. Gotta let people know. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I just really enjoy it. It is something I've been passionate about since I was little. That's actually why I got into acting, which is really funny.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, so we'll definitely keep up with that and keep up with everything else that you have going on. And just again, congratulations on everything. And thank you for the example that you're setting for, this next wave coming up and even those who are going to come after you and kind of get to see, what it looks like to see someone shining, in these big roles and these big films and TV shows and, even in the music space. So congratulations and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.